Alright, here we are at Hankster's Hot Rods here in Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and I am John Oakes. I'm going to go ahead over this vehicle you see sitting beside me here today. This is a 1967 Volkswagen Beetle Convertible. The body on this thing is immaculate. The paint is really nice on it too, and all of the chrome and all of the bright work on this thing. It's just in really great shape for a 67 Beetle like this. So again, you've got all of your classic lines of the 67 Beetle here. It is a two-tone color scheme, as you can see here. We've got black, and we're going to say it's kind of like a cross between like a blue and a purple maybe. I don't know, some of you may be familiar with periwinkle. It might be somewhere along those lines. But again, that's the two-tone. You see it on the sides of the car. You also see it on those wheels too. Again, these are factory steel wheels. They are 15-inch, by the way, and you can see we've got the Volkswagen hubcaps on those too to finish off the look, along with those classic looking wide white wall tires there for it too. The tires are all brand new on this thing too. They are 165/80 R15s, all four corners. Now this car, it's got disc brakes the whole way around on it too, so it's going to stop for you like nothing else. Again, these cars don't have much power, so it doesn't take a whole lot to slow these things down. Now as far as all of our glass too, you can see windshield when we get there, it's in great shape. All of your side glass, your quarter window, your door glass, and your vent window here, all of which are in excellent shape. There's no chips, cracks. I don't even really see any scratches on these. And again, all of your bright work on this looks good. The door hinges are in great shape. You've got the mirror there on the side of the door. Of course, your antenna up there on the front fender as well. You can see your gap back here on the door looks really great. Elevations are dead on this car. Let's go inside, take a look at the interior. Once again, all of this is in really good shape. You've got the gray carpeting in there. You do have the blue seats. They are buckets. Of course, you've got the rear seat in there also. All of your seat belts are in there. The factory dash, factory instrumentation, factory steering wheel in there also. This is a 4-speed car too, so a manual 4-speed. And then it looks like they've upgraded the radio. Probably something along the lines of like a classic auto sound digital AM FM radio. So again, that's nicely done in the dash. You see the two-tone color scheme carried throughout the interior as well. Your running boards on this car are in excellent shape. You can see how well those have shined up. All of your trim work too on the fenders, those are super nice as well. We'll close that up. You can see convertible top here, excellent shape. As a matter of fact, I think this is a newer top on this vehicle. You're not going to see any rips, tears, or fraying whatsoever. This thing is in excellent shape, and it's got the glass rear window in it too. So that's going to stay just super nice for you, give you great vision out the back of the car as well. As we come around the back, obviously you see your traditional style rear bumpers here. The chrome on those is in excellent shape. Your lenses on your tail lights, those are in great shape. There's no cracks or chips in any of those. Of course, you've got your, I guess we'll call this the hood back here instead of the trunk, because again, your motor is going to be contained in here. Volkswagen up above, we'll open this up, and that way we can show you the engine. Now this thing has had an upgrade as far as the engine goes. We've got a 1600cc motor in here, so that's going to give you a few extra horsepower. Still not going to be a speed demon on the road, but it's going to be a nice cruising around vehicle for somebody there that loves these older VWs here. And again, you can see down below here the exhaust comes out in kind of like a dual tailpipe. Nice chrome tips back there to kind of accent everything else back here as well. Let's close this up, and we'll head around to the other side of the vehicle now. Again, you're going to see all the same thing. You've got your fender welting in here. That's just your trim that goes between the fender and the body. Again, you see the wheels and tires on the car, all of the nice lines here, all of the bright work. Again, everything that we've just gone over on the other side. Over here, again, you want to check out the glass. All of your glass still same thing. Very nice. I don't see chips, cracks. I don't even see any scratches in the glass. So again, very nice. We'll open our door up here. take a look from this side. Now again, you won't see any rips or tears or fraying in any of the upholstery. It's all in great shape. Carpeting, same thing. No fading, no rips or tears in that. Also, it's just a really nice vehicle inside and out. Again, running board on this side, shined up really nice. Again, just those classic lines, your bright work here on your fender mounted turn signals. Then of course you've got some of your trim work down in behind the grill area here. Your bumper, again, nice chrome front bumper there too to go along with everything else on the car. Now as far as on this car, the trunk area for this particular car, it does have it's got a popper inside here. Let me go ahead and pop that. We'll take a look inside. I think it popped there for us. So we'll just raise this up. And again, here is where your spare tire is going to be. Now this is a little bit bigger spare tire. It just won't quite fit down here, but if you went with a little bit smaller tire, it's going to fit just fine down in here for you. You got your carpeting and everything in here, all looks good. The hinges and springs and so forth all work really well on this particular vehicle too. And again, here's your fuel tank, your fuel filler here. So whenever you're filling up, you'll fill from the front, the engine's in the back. So that's it, everything on our VW. So we've been around the outside, we've been inside the interior, under the hood, in the back, in the trunk. So now what we're going to do for you is get this on the lift, take a look at all the floors and the suspension and so forth, and then we'll even fire that 1600cc motor up for you, let you hear what it sounds like. Alright, so here we are. We've got our Volkswagen Bug up on the lift here. We're going to take a look at this thing, starting with the front, working our way to the back of it. This is a 67 Volkswagen Beetle Convertible. So starting with the front here, this is just all your stock suspension up here, stock components. As far as steering goes in this vehicle, it's a manual steering car, manual brake car as well, but this car has all four-wheel disc brakes, and all of this stuff is in really good shape. Calipers look to be fairly new. Everything about it, like the brake hoses and such, and the rotors, they all look to be in really good condition on this particular car. Now as far as your framework and your floors go on this car, there's really not much to really talk about. Again, these Volkswagens, they didn't have much for a frame. You had this center strip up through here, going all the way back to the back where your engine's located. And then your floors, that's what really kind of gave it its strength underneath here. So now as far as the floors go, floors look good. For the most part it looks to be mostly original floors on this car, and they are in good shape. I see one spot here where it looks like they put a whole pan in over on this side, but they used the correct metal. It's the correct stamped components. Everything's been seam sealed and looks really, really good. So again, all is going to be structurally safe and sound on this vehicle. As we walk back here, we'll talk a little bit about the rear suspension. Again, it's just your stock factory suspension back here. Again, I already mentioned about the four-wheel disc brakes, so you've got that back here as well. As far as wheels and tires, these are factory steel Volkswagen wheels with the Volkswagen hubcaps. Tires on this car are all new. They're all white wall tires, and they're 165/80 R15s. That's your size. Again, brand new. Tread is great on these things. Now, as far as the engine goes, so again, on your Volkswagen, naturally your motor's back here. This is not the original motor. It has been upgraded to a 1600cc motor. Not exactly sure of the horsepower that this is putting out, but again, it is an upgraded 1600cc motor. Once we get to popping the hood or the trunk, whichever way you want to go with that, you'll see it's actually done up really nice underneath there. So again, exhaust work here. It's got a neat little setup here where you've got your kind of like your single like muffler back here, but it's got the dual tailpipes, dual chrome tips coming out the back here right underneath that chrome rear bumper here. That's about all I really know to go over, you know, on the underside of these cars. We've done wheels, tires, brakes, steering, frame and floors and now the engine. Transmission, it's a manual 4-speed transmission as well. So with that said, we'll go ahead and get this down off the lift now. We will fire that motor up, that way at least you get to hear what that 1600cc motor sounds like. Other than that though, that's pretty much it. So we'll get her down off the lift now and fire the engine.